What if everything that has ever happened is destined to repeat itself? Not just once, but infinitely? Today, we'll explore the mind-bending concept of eternal recurrence, the philosophy of time loops and infinite cycles. Welcome to Quantum Spectrum. Before we dive in, let's clarify what we mean by eternal recurrence. It's a philosophical concept that suggests the universe and all events within it are destined to repeat themselves infinitely in an endless cycle. Think of it like the universe's ultimate Groundhog Day. But is there a possibility that this is more than just a thought experiment? To understand the origins of this idea, we must travel back in time. Ancient civilizations like the Egyptians, Mayans, and Indians believed in cyclical time, where history, instead of progressing linearly, follows a pattern of repeating cycles. Now, let's fast forward to the 19th century, where the concept of eternal recurrence was explored by one of history's greatest minds, Friedrich Nietzsche. Nietzsche famously asked us to imagine the heaviest weight, a thought experiment he called the eternal recurrence of the same. What if a demon whispered in your ear that you'd have to relive your life, with every detail exactly the same, infinite times? Would you embrace this idea, or would it drive you to despair? For Nietzsche, embracing the eternal return was a powerful affirmation of life, a way to truly love one's fate, or amor fati. But let's get back to the science. Can eternal recurrence actually happen? Some interpretations of the Big Bang theory suggest that our universe may be just one in a series of cyclic universes, where each Big Bang is followed by a big crunch, leading to another Big Bang, and so on. However, the currently favored cosmological model, the CDM model, doesn't support this cyclic universe theory, as it predicts an ever-expanding universe. Interestingly, the idea of eternal recurrence can also be found in the realm of quantum mechanics. The many worlds interpretation posits that every time a quantum event occurs, the universe splits into different versions, with each possible outcome happening in a separate reality. If there are infinite parallel universes, then it's mathematically probable that events will repeat themselves, though not necessarily in the same order. Let's consider a fascinating thought, the PointCare Recurrence theorem. This theorem, named after French mathematician Henri Poincaré, states that certain systems will, after a sufficiently long but finite time, return to a state very close to their initial state. In the context of an infinitely existing universe, this theorem might imply that given enough time, everything would eventually recur. So, what would it mean for us if eternal recurrence were true? On a personal level, it might change how we perceive our actions and experiences. If everything we do is destined to happen again and again, we might be more inclined to find meaning and purpose in every moment. It could also lead to interesting ethical questions about whether we have free will, and if we're responsible for our actions if they're simply part of an infinite loop. But what about the larger implications? If the universe is caught in an endless cycle of death and rebirth, what does that say about our search for meaning in the cosmos? Are we just a tiny part of an infinite cosmic dance, playing out the same choreography over and over? Imagine the universe as a grand symphony, playing the same melodies in a never-ending loop. Each repetition may seem identical at first, but with every cycle, we might find new harmonies and nuances that make each performance unique and captivating. As humans, we have an innate curiosity about our place in the universe. If eternal recurrence were a reality, it would challenge our understanding of our existence and purpose. Are we here to learn and grow from each cycle, or are we merely actors playing out a predetermined script? One might also wonder how this concept impacts our understanding of time. We perceive time as linear, always moving forward. But if the universe follows a cyclical pattern, then perhaps our perception of time is simply an illusion, and we're constantly caught in a loop we can't escape. This brings us to the question of memory. If we were to live our lives repeatedly, would we remember previous cycles? If we don't remember them, do these cycles even matter? Or, perhaps, our sense of déjà vu, that feeling that we've experienced something before, is a subtle glimpse into a past cycle. In the end, whether or not eternal recurrence is a reality remains an open question. It's a concept that lies at the intersection of philosophy, cosmology, and quantum mechanics, and it challenges our understanding of time, existence, and the nature of reality itself. For now, we can ponder the implications of eternal recurrence, and perhaps use it as a way to reflect on our lives and the choices we make. After all, if we had to live our lives an infinite number of times, wouldn't we want to make each moment count? As we explore the vastness of the cosmos, the search for meaning, and the nature of existence, we continue to push the boundaries of our understanding, always seeking to uncover the mysteries of the universe. Thanks for watching.